Hello everybody, welcome back to Firefield Junction, and as we can see there's something else for us in front of the camera today for us to look at. And yes, as we can see, this is the brand new GWR Class 158 by Bachmann. Now I know this model has been out for a while now, and I probably should have looked at it, and I probably should have looked at it by now. But the main reason I've only just got around to looking at this particular model is I already have this particular 158. I don't have this particular model, I don't have the new style 158, but I already have a GWR green class 158 and this specific number as well. If we just look at the end of the box, we can see it's 158766, and I already have this particular 158, but the old style class 158, but it's just been resprayed. So that's the main reason I've only just got around to looking at this model, because I already have this particular 158 but in the older style tooling. That's why I put off getting this particular model, because I thought, well, I don't want to have a duplicate of a model on the layout really at the moment. But as it's recently been Christmas, and I hope you had a very good Christmas by the way, I was very kind to receive this as a gift, which was very, very kind and very, very thoughtful. Now it is just the standard DCC ready version. As we can see, it's not the sound version, but that's absolutely fine because I do have a sound decoder here for the 158, and it is a Plux22 decoder. If we just look there, we can see a Plux22 decoder, lock sound 5, and it is for the 158. Now it's the Legoman Biffo sound file, so it's not the Zimo. It's not the Zimo/YouTube sound file which you get with the factory sound versions of these. It is the Legoman Biffo sound file, which I'm very happy with because I do think the Legoman Biffo sound file is the best sound file you can get for the 158. The Zimmer one, it's okay, it's a factory sound one, but it wasn't really to my liking, so I've bought a decoder separately to fit to the model by myself, because I believe these do have factory fitted speakers. I believe there's somewhere in one of these two units, I think it might be this one, there's a Sugar Cube speaker inside there, which obviously isn't the best speaker in the world, but it should be fine for a little while. But I have got a upgraded speaker in here. There's a 25 by 25 by 7 mega bass speaker inside here as well, which I can also fit to the model at some point. I won't do it straight away, but eventually I will upgrade the speaker, but for a while I'll just fit the decoder and just use the standard speaker for a while. But enough rambling on. Obviously the Class 158, obviously loads of them were built, so you can see them all over the UK. Obviously still running with GWR, Transport for Wales, I think Northern still have them, yes they do. Obviously ScotRail have them as well, so plenty of operators still using the 158, very nice models. Obviously model form, very nice trains in real life, definitely one of my favourite DMUs, if not my favourite DMU. Really, really nice. And obviously this is the new style tooling, and as I'm sure everybody is already familiar with this tooling, it's absolutely fantastic, and I'm really, really happy to finally have one. But again, I've obviously put it off since I already have this particular unit, but in the old style tooling, which I'll show you. That's probably in part 2, but we'll focus on this one in part 1. Now I haven't opened the box yet at all, so I really don't know what she's like. I'm pretty sure this model is brand new. I know the detail pack has definitely not been opened, but whether this model has actually been ran yet, I don't know. But we'll obviously have to wait and see that. But if we look at the end of the box, we can see Class 158 2-car DMU, again 158766. The one that I already have in the older tooling, that's going to get resprayed at some point. When that's going to get done, I don't know, but that will get resprayed into a different livery at some point. But as we can see, this one GWR green, and it's the Plux22 DCC decoders. Now if I just bring the decoder back into shot for you, I don't know if you can see there, but somewhere in the middle there on the top row, there is a pin missing there. Now I'm pretty sure that's not because the decoder's damaged, because there's no, as we can see, there's no solder next to that pad either. So I'm guessing that particular pin on the decoder isn't used, so they just haven't included it. I could be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure that's why that's missing, because I thought if it was damaged there would be solder there as well. But there's no solder, so I'm guessing that pad it doesn't get used. But anyway, enough rambling on. Let's open the box and see what she's like. I'm quite nervous about this because obviously, again, I've never owned one of these. I really don't know what it's like to own one of these. Okay, that's one unit, and let's get the other one out as well. and it looks like the paperwork is probably in one of the boxes for the units. Now obviously there isn't really a motor units and dummy units with these because both units have motors in them. That's one of the things with these models. There is a motor in both of these units, just like the real thing, and I'm pretty sure they just drive the rear bogie on each unit. So the motor is probably around here somewhere, and it just drives this bogie on this unit, and it's the same on this one. The motor is probably about here somewhere, and again it just drives this set of wheels, and the front set just pick up electricity. Which is quite nice. I suppose it's quite realistic because it's exactly how the 158s work in real life. So that's quite a nice feature. But I suppose we'll look at this one first. I don't think it really matters which one we look at first. So it's typical Bachmann packaging. So there's no paperwork in this one. So I'm guessing it's in the other box. Yes, it is. I can see it. But we'll look at this one first. So if we gently open this one up. Okay, this is quite interesting. I'm guessing this might be spare details that we've got here. If I try and get them off because they don't really want to come off. There we go. Yeah, so it looks like we've got some spare details there. It looks like spare underframe detail there. I'm guessing in case some of it gets damaged. I'm guessing that might be it. That's definitely not like a second-hand bag. That definitely looks like a factory sealed bag. So I'm guessing that's some spare details there in case maybe something gets damaged. I could be wrong. But anyway, if we lift this up, then we can take the unit out. And yes, there is a fair bit of weight to it. And if we put all of this back together, in fact, I'll put the details back into there so I know where they are. And we can put all of that to one side. And there we go. And oh my gosh. This is quite nerve-wracking, to be honest. There's so much detail on this model. You have to be so careful. You really don't want to damage any of it. Obviously, she does have working lights, and obviously you'd expect nothing less from a model like this. I'll probably try and hold it about here. There we go. Obviously, we can see the destination on this end is Bristol Temple Meads, and that destination board does light up. We've got the proper coupling here, which obviously you can use, so you can couple multiple of these together, which is quite nice. We've got the bicycle logo there and the GWR branding. And then if we look down the side of the unit, I'm not going to say anything for a moment. I'll just slowly scan down for you, because I think she can say it without me having to say anything. I just really don't know what to say. This has to be one of the best models you can buy, without a doubt. It's so good. It feels really good quality in the hands. It just looks absolutely fantastic. It's so nice. Because we can see that we've got the bogies there, and they turn quite nicely. Hopefully we shouldn't have any derailing issues, so I don't want to jinx it, because I know some people have had derailing issues with these for whatever reason. But hopefully we'll be fine. We'll just look at the pickup mechanism. So it is the axle box style pickups. So we can see that the centre of each axle there is made of plastic, and the pickups run down through the bogie frame here, and they pick up through the axle boxes, which is nice. It's a very reliable style of picking up electricity. You don't have to worry about wiper style pickups without them, because whilst they are still quite reliable, this style of picking up is much more reliable. I suppose the only issue is, obviously, the centre of each axle is made of plastic, and those will eventually fail. But hopefully they should last a very long time, and you shouldn't have to worry about replacing them. The livery application is absolutely beautiful, and you've even got interior detail. I hope you can see that, but you can see inside there, the interior is fully decorated. You can see the tables have got the proper sort of nice light wooden style finish, which I'm very familiar with. And even the seats are painted as well. They really have gone to town on this. I suppose the only other thing it really needs is opening doors, and I suppose working smoke coming out of the exhaust. I suppose apart from that, there isn't really anything else that the model needs. If we just look upside down, you can see, yes, there we go. There's the motor there on this particular unit, and it is a coreless motor. These models do use coreless motors, but they are very good coreless motors. They do perform very well, as far as I'm aware. And as you can see, the motor then goes out through a drive shaft, and it then goes into a worm gear on top of the bogie there. You can probably just about see the drive shaft just about in there. And I think there might be a flywheel fitted to it as well. I'm not too sure, but I think there is a flywheel there as well. And if there is, that's very good. That's very, very nice. We can see there the door, we've got the door lights there, and again, those lights do work. Obviously, once we fit the chip to her, which I'll probably do, well, I probably won't do it in the video, I'll probably do that off camera once she's running and everything, because I don't want to do it on camera just in case I do something wrong, because I'm not very familiar with these particular units yet. We can see the exhaust there, and it's a nice proper exhaust. You can even feel the sort of mesh detail with where the holes are and everything. You can feel that, which is very nice. And then you've got the coupling, and it is a proper electrical coupling, so you really have to be careful with this so that you don't damage it. You really, really do not want to cause damage to that coupling, because if you do, well, that's not going to be very good, is it? So you really want to be careful with this coupling. But it is spring-loaded, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, I can feel some springiness in there, and I don't want to pull it too much because I don't want to damage it. But yeah, I really don't know what to say. This model is absolutely fantastic. If we put that unit to one side, we'll have a very quick look at the other one. Obviously, it's exactly the same. Obviously, just this will be Coach B, I believe. As we can see, we have got the instructions here, and I probably will have a nice detailed look through these just to familiarise myself with these. Okay, so this is what that detail was for. So I'm guessing this is optional detail. So if I just move that box to one side, we can see there, that's the detail that was in the, it's actually in this bag as well. You can see there, this is the detail that goes here, and it looks like it goes over the coupling. I'm guessing it's depending what radius of curves you have. I'm guessing that's and that's what depends if you fit that or not. Accessories. So I'm guessing if you've got, well, it's the model's designed for no less than second radius curves, which is the standard of pretty much almost every model these days. I'm guessing depending how tight your curves are, depends whether you can fit this bit of detail or not. And then we can see here we've also got a tool, which you can see in the bag there, which is for the coupling. I believe, coupling tool figure 2. So this is the coupling. So I'm guessing you have to use this for uncoupling the model, I'm guessing. I'll have a proper look for, later. But obviously, yeah, you don't want to damage the coupling on these. If we just have a look inside, yeah, there we go. We can see there we got coupling and uncoupling. Yeah, so it's a similar style. For example, with the Bachmann MPV, that particular model uses a very similar coupling type to this. In fact, if we just look on the end of this box, so you can see there's a little hook on the bottom of the coupling there, and that will just secure both units together. It will hook into that little bit of the coupling there and help keep the two units secure together. So that should be fine. And here we go, this is the important bit here, fitting the decoder. So it's a bit of the underframe that comes off, so that you can get access to the DCC socket. Obviously you've got to make sure you do it on the correct units. But I think it's Coach A, I believe the decoder goes into. Yeah, car A there, so that is, yeah, that's this one. So the decoder will go into this particular unit here. I believe it's this bit of detail here that comes off somewhere around here. A section of the underframe will come off so I can fit the decoder. Again, I'll do that off camera, because I think it would be quite difficult to film it. Plus I don't want to film it and do something wrong. But yeah, that's the instructions there. I'll have a good look through those later. But anyway, if you very quickly take a look at the second unit, again, it's exactly the same. We just remove these details. There we go. So we can see in there, again, we've got the coupling tool, which I'll get out later, and we've also got those extra details as well. Again, very quickly, just lift it out. There we go. Oh, got the camera there, sorry. There we go. And then we've got the second unit. Again, it's exactly the same. Again, this is just Coach B. Again, it's exactly the same. Details just as good. Again, destination sign Bristol Town Leeds. Although I thought it'd probably be a different one on that end, but oh well. But yeah, details just as good. Oh, ignore my fingerprints. I can get those up. They'll come off. It's fine. But yeah, just as good. Again, the mechanism the same. Again, same cordless motor. Again, just driving this particular bogie. Again, I think these do have flywheels fitted, but don't quote me on that, but it looks like they do. And again, then there's obviously the other end of the coupling there. So for coupling the two units together. But yeah, overall, this particular model, it's absolutely fantastic. If you just need to get one of these, they really are fantastic. But anyway, what I'll do now is I'll get the units run in. Once she's run in, we'll come back in part 2. I'll quickly show you what she runs like on DC mode, and once I've done that, I'll get the decoder fitted, and then we can see what she's like with the decoder fitted and see what the sound's like. So thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you in part 2.